What you're about to witness will make your blood boil. Betrayal, deception, and a moment so calculated, so vicious, that it'll send shockwaves through the entire wrestling world. This isn't just another match. This isn't just another show. This is the night where loyalty dies and new alliances are forged in blood and broken promises. Stay with me until the very end, because what happens in this ring will change everything you thought you knew about TNA Impact. And listen, if you're watching this right now, I need you to do me a favor. This channel, SLAMZONE, exists because of you, because of your passion, your love for this business. So if you care about wrestling, if you want to be part of something real, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications, because when moments like this happen, you don't want to miss a single second. We're building something special here, and I want you to be part of this family. Now let's dive into this chaos. The atmosphere inside the impact zone is electric. You can feel it, that buzz in the air when something monumental is about to unfold. The crowd is on their feet, anticipation crackling through every corner of the arena. And standing in that ring is Santino Marella, the man who's given his heart and soul to this business, the comedy legend who's proven time and time again that beneath the laughs lies a fighter's spirit that cannot be broken. But tonight, something feels different. There's a tension hanging over this entire situation that you can't quite put your finger on. Santino's got that look in his eyes, that mixture of determination and maybe, just maybe, a hint of concern. Because in this business, you can never truly know who stands beside you and who's waiting for the perfect moment to plunge the knife. The music hits. The crowd erupts. And here comes Sonya Deville, walking down that ramp with purpose, with intensity, with a fire burning behind her eyes that screams danger. She's always been a fighter, always been someone who takes what she wants, consequences be damned. And as she slides into that ring, as she stands face to face with Santino, you can feel the temperature change. This isn't about respect. This isn't about honor. This is about power. Santino extends his hand. It's a gesture that represents everything he stood for in this industry. Trust. Partnership. The belief that together, you can achieve something greater than yourself. And Sonya, she looks at that hand. The crowd holds its collective breath. Seconds feel like hours. And then, she takes it. She shakes his hand, and the arena explodes with cheers. Relief washes over Santino's face like a wave, and for a moment, everything feels right in the world. But you can see it. If you look closely enough, if you've been in this business long enough, you can see that flicker in Sonya's expression. That calculated coldness behind the smile. Because in professional wrestling, nothing is ever quite what it seems. The handshake lingers just a fraction too long. The eye contact holds just a beat past comfortable. And somewhere deep in your gut, you know something terrible is brewing. The bell rings, and they're supposed to be on the same page now. They're supposed to be working together toward a common goal. Santino moves around the ring with that unique style that's made him beloved by millions. He's connecting with the crowd, getting them invested, making them believe. And Sonya, she's circling, watching, waiting like a predator studying its prey before the fatal strike. Their opponents charge forward, and the action erupts into absolute mayhem. Santino's throwing strikes, using that unorthodox offense that's caught so many people off guard throughout his career. The crowd is chanting his name, feeding him energy, and he's feeding it right back to them with every move. He hits a beautiful arm drag, pops up, and the place goes wild. This is what wrestling is supposed to be. This is that connection between performer and audience that makes everything else fade away. Sonya tags herself in, and she comes in like a hurricane. Devastating strikes. Precision. Every movement calculated for maximum impact. She's dismantling her opponent piece by piece, and you can't help but admire the technical prowess on display. This woman is a trained fighter, and she's showing exactly why she's considered one of the most dangerous competitors in any company she steps foot in. The match builds. Back and forth action that has the crowd on the edge of their seats. Santino and Sonya, working in what appears to be perfect harmony. Quick tags. Smart strategy. It looks like they've been a team for years instead of minutes. And just when it seems like they've got this thing wrapped up, just when victory is within their grasp, that's when everything changes. Santino sets up for his signature move. The crowd is on their feet, ready to explode. He's got his opponent right where he wants them. And he looks to Sonya for support, for that partnership they supposedly forged just moments ago. She nods. She encourages him. Go ahead, her expression says. Finish this. But as Santino turns his attention back to his opponent, something shifts in Sonya's demeanor. The mask drops. The pretense evaporates. And in that split second, you realize with horrifying clarity that this was never about teamwork. This was never about trust. This was always about the moment she's creating right now. Santino never sees it coming. He's focused, he's committed to the moment, and that's when Sonya strikes. Not at their opponent. At him. A vicious, brutal shot that echoes through the arena like a thunderclap. The crowd gasps in unified shock and horror. Time seems to stop. Santino crumbles, the confusion and betrayal written across his face in letters a mile high. And Sonya doesn't stop. She's relentless. Strike after strike after strike, each one more devastating than the last. This isn't just a betrayal. This is a statement. This is Sonya Deville telling the entire wrestling world that she answers to nobody, trusts nobody, and will destroy anybody who stands between her and what she wants. The referee is trying to restore order, but there's no stopping this onslaught. Sonya has years of frustration, ambition, and calculated rage pouring out through every move. She grabs Santino, and what she does next will be replayed on wrestling highlight reels for years to come. A devastating finisher that leaves him motionless in the center of that ring. The crowd is in absolute shock. Some are booing with a fury you rarely hear. Others are just stunned into silence, unable to process what they've just witnessed. Sonya stands over the fallen body of Santino Marella, and there's no remorse in her eyes. Zero. Just cold satisfaction. Just the look of someone who executed their plan to absolute perfection. And as she raises her arms in triumph, the boos rain down on her like a torrential storm. She doesn't care. If anything, she feeds off it. This is her moment. This is her declaration. But wait. The music hits again. The arena's attention shifts from the destruction in the ring to the entrance ramp. And who is walking out with Sonya's trademark confidence? Kora Jade. The wrestling world collectively loses its mind. What is she doing here? What does this mean? The questions explode across social media in real time as everyone tries to comprehend the magnitude of what's unfolding. Cora makes her way to the ring, and the smirk on her face tells you everything. This wasn't a spontaneous decision. This was planned, orchestrated. Two of the most ruthless, ambitious women in professional wrestling joining forces in TNA Impact. The implications are staggering. Sonya and Cora stand side by side in that ring, looking down at the devastation they've caused, and you can feel the landscape of the company shifting beneath your feet. This is the moment where alliances are rewritten, where power dynamics change forever. Santino lies there, a victim of trust misplaced, of a handshake that meant nothing, of a partnership built on lies and deception. The medical staff rushes out to check on him, but the damage is done, not just physically, but emotionally. The betrayal cuts deeper than any move ever could. And now, I need you to do something for me. If this story grabbed you, if you felt that anger, that shock, that raw emotion, then please hit that like button right now. Subscribe to SLAMZONE. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Because moments like this, they don't happen every day. And when they do, we need to talk about them. We need to break them down. We need to understand what they mean for the future of this incredible business. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another moment of chaos, another unexpected twist, another earth-shattering development. This is just the beginning, and I want you here for all of it. The crowd is still in complete shock as Sonya and Cora make their exit. They walk up that ramp like conquering warriors, like they've just claimed territory in a war nobody else knew was being fought. And back in the ring, Santino is being helped to his feet, the realization of what just happened slowly setting in. You can see it in his eyes. The hurt, the confusion, the question that every person who's ever been betrayed asks themselves, how did I not see it coming? This is professional wrestling at its most raw, its most real, its most emotionally devastating. Because the best storylines aren't just about who can hit the hardest or who has the flashiest moves. They're about the human element, about trust and betrayal, about ambition and the lengths people will go to achieve their goals. Sonya Deville just showed us that she's willing to do whatever it takes, burn whatever bridges need burning, destroy whoever needs destroying to get to the top. And with Kora Jade by her side, the rest of the TNA roster better watch their backs. Because if they'll do this to Santino Marella, a beloved legend of this industry, imagine what they're capable of doing to everyone else. This isn't just a tag team. This is a hostile takeover. This is two of the most dangerous women in wrestling announcing to the world that they're coming for everything, and they don't care who gets hurt along the way. The aftermath of this moment will be felt for months, maybe years. The shockwaves are already spreading through the wrestling community. Social media is exploding. Fans are debating. Wrestlers are reacting. And that's what makes moments like this so special. They transcend the ring. They become part of wrestling history. They become the stories we tell when we talk about why we love this business. Because wrestling isn't just about predetermined outcomes and choreographed moves. It's about making you feel something. And right now, you're feeling plenty. Anger at the betrayal. Sympathy for Santino. Fascination at what comes next. That's the magic of professional wrestling when it's done right. When performers commit to their characters, when storylines have real stakes, when moments of betrayal feel personal and visceral. So what happens now? How does Santino recover from this? How does the rest of TNA respond to this new alliance of chaos? What are Sonya and Cora planning next? These questions will drive the storyline forward, keep fans engaged, keep people talking. And you can bet that SLAMZONE will be here breaking down every single development, every twist, every moment of this unfolding drama. This is why we do this. This is why we watch. This is why wrestling matters. Because where else can you experience this level of emotional investment? Where else do betrayals feel this real, this impactful? Sonya Deville didn't just attack Santino Marella tonight. She attacked trust itself. She attacked the very foundation of what it means to be partners in this business. And Kora Jade stepping through that curtain was the exclamation point on a statement written in violence and deception. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Join the SLAMZONE family. Because we're just getting started with coverage of this incredible storyline. Drop your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about this betrayal? What do you want to see happen next? Should Santino get revenge? Can anyone stop Sonya and Cora now that they've joined forces? I want to hear from you. This community is built on conversation, on passionate fans who love this business as much as I do. What you just witnessed will be talked about for a long time. The night Sonya Deville stabbed Santino Marella in the back. The night Kora Jade joined TNA Impact. The night everything changed. This is professional wrestling at its finest, its most unpredictable, its most emotionally charged. And this is exactly why SLAMZONE exists, to bring you these moments, to break them down, to celebrate the chaos and the storytelling that makes wrestling the greatest form of entertainment on the planet. Until next time, keep watching, keep supporting, and remember that in professional wrestling, you can never, ever let your guard down. Because the moment you do, that's when someone's waiting to strike. This has been SLAMZONE, and we'll see you for the next incredible moment in wrestling history.